C and CH2 double bond CH bond CH2C. So actually in this case here, the molecular formula for these two compounds is same. So here it's a general classification for this compound is a vinyl halide. This is vinyl halide. You know this is a vinyl group. This is a vinyl group, vinyl halide, and this is a allyl group, so allylic halide. This is allylic halide. Here is allylic group. sp3 carbon attached to the double bonded carbon, so it is allylic carbon. That carbon attached to the halogen, allylic halide. But this is the vinylic halide. So now here, what is the IUPAC name of this vinyl chloride? So in this case here, the chlorine is a substituent, so chloroethene. Chloroethene is the IUPAC name for this compound. Next here, for this compound, what is the IUPAC name? Here 1, 2, 3. So means here the substituent on the first carbon, so 1 chloro, pro, 1E, 1 chloro, pro, 1E. That is the IUPAC name of the compound. Stop the video, take the notes. And now finally, allyl halides. In allyl halides, that halogen is directly attached to the benzene. This is nothing but sp2 carbon. In case of the benzyl halides, the halogen is not directly attached to the benzene. In case of the benzylic halides, but in case of the allyl halide, that halogen is directly attached to the benzene. So first, suppose here, this is chlorobenzene. That's IUPAC name, chlorobenzene, and generally it is called as phenyl chloride, or chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene is IUPAC name, phenyl chloride is a common name, like alkyl halides. So next, so here one important example is the previous advanced question. Advanced question. This one. So what is the IUPAC name of this compound? So in this case, definitely there is a chlorine and methyl, both are substituents. So here the chlorine C and methyl M. So in alphabetical order, this one comes first. So here this compound is named as 1 chloro 4 methyl benzene. That is the one IUPAC. And another IUPAC is also considerable in terms of the toluene. Actually here, whenever this benzene is attached to the methyl, that is commonly known as a toluene. But that common name can be used in IUPAC nomenclature also. Now here, this is a toluene compound. First suppose, this is toluene compound. So from this one numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. So on fourth position, chlorine. So here it is named as a 4-chlorotoluene. This second IUPAC, 4-chlorotoluene. These two are the IUPAC name of this compound. But actually, previous question is very advanced. It is more than one answer question. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Actually, it is given in NCERT textbook also. So you can refer the NCERT textbook. So IUPAC name is 1-chloro 4-methyl. Here in this case here, the two groups are considered as the substituents. So here, while giving the numbering for the substituents, we follow the alphabetical order. So that's why 1-chloro 4-methyl benzene. But here this compound is also named in terms of the toluene. Whenever this benzene is attached to the methyl, that is named as a toluene. So here it is compound. 1, 2, 3, 4. In toluene, at fourth position there is a chlorine. So 4-chlorotoluene. These two are the IUPAC names. Now here, so actually you are seeing that fourth position is a para position. This fourth position is a para position. If this compound is named like parachlorotoluene. Parachlorotoluene. This parachlorotoluene is a common name. That means a trivial name. This is. So you can see very interesting. Here this is a 4-chlorotoluene. This is a parachlorotoluene. Just here there is a single letter is different. Here 4-chloro, here parachloro. Para means here that indicates 4th position. 4th means of course that indicates the 4th position. But here this is considered as a IUPAC name, but this is a general name. That is a trivial name. Parachlorotoluene or 4-chlorotoluene. So see this one carefully. So now let us discuss IUPAC nomenclature of some compounds. Yes. So here what are the IUPAC name of these compounds? So generally here, if you start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the position of double bond is 2. And if you start from this side, 1, 2, 3. Your position of double bond 3 from this side. So here generally here, there is a double bond and the bromine substituent. So between substituent and the double bond, so that double bond gets high priority than the substituent. So here that double bond must get the least number as possible. So here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. That means here 4 bromo. So total 5 compounds. Pent-2E. What is the IUPAC name of that? Of course here this comes under allylic halides because here this carbon is allylic carbon. The carbon which is directly attached to the double bond is allylic carbon. So it is allylic. And then coming to this one, if we start from this side, 1, 2, 3, double bond gets second number. If we start from this side, 1, 2, 3, so double bond gets the second number. So you can start from either side. But if you start from this side, so that substitute also gets the least number. So 1 bromo viewed 2E. So that is the IUPAC name of the group. This also comes under allylic halides. Next here, coming to this. So here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. From either side, the double bond gets number 3. But here there is a substituent that is a bromine. So we have to consider this bromine. And we should try to give the lowest number from this bromine substituent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means here 2 bromo X 3 the IUPAC. Next here coming to this one. So actually here there is a substituent on double bond. So before this example, so let us discuss this example. This chlorine and bromine. So here these are 2 halogens. Of course in this case there is no double bond. But here you must start the numbering from the bromine side because that bromine comes first in alphabetical order. So IUPAC name for this compound is 1 bromo 3 chloro cyclopentane. That's the IUPAC name. Now here coming to this compound here we must start the numbering from the double bond, because in this case here double bond gets hydrogen, and here this carbon attached to the subject. So here numbering, so 1, 2, 3. That means here 3 bromo, 1 chloro, cyclohexane. That's it. And in this case here, IUPAC name, of course, get double bond and there is a substitute. So again here we have to start 1, 2, 3 lines. So here 3 bromo cyclohex 1. That is the IUPAC name of this one. So we can practice some more problems on IUPAC nomenclature. There are many compounds are given in NCERT textbook, so you can please refer and take the notes. Yeah. So that is about the monohalides. Now we will discuss about the dihalides. Dihalides means the compounds which are containing 2 halides. So actually here there are 2 types of dihalides. So one is vicinal dihalides and second one geminal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides and geminal dihalides. So in this case here 2 halogens are present on the adjacent carbon atoms. This halogen here 2 halogens are present on same carbon. It is a geminal dihalide. This is a vicinal dihalide. 2 halogens are present on the adjacent carbon, vicinal dihalides. 2 halogens present on the only one carbon, that is a geminal dihalide. So here this geminal dihalides and vicinal dihalides have a different names. That means a common name is giving differently. Of course, the IUPAC name is as usual, but a common name is different. So let us discuss one example. CH3, CHCl, CH. In this case, it is geminal dihalide. So this compound commonly named as ethylidene. Ethylidene dichloride. Ethylidene dichloride. So that here, lidene indicates here gem dihalides. Ethylidene dichloride. Of course here, we know this one, CH2Cl. This is methylene. Methylene dichloride or methylidene. Methylidene dichloride. Okay? So it is gem dihalide. The 2 halogens coming on the same carbon. So its IUPAC name is ethylidene dichloride. This is a methylidene dichloride. And IUPAC name as usual, 1,1 dichloroethane. 1,1 dichloroethane is the IUPAC name. But its general name is somewhat different in this case. Now here, coming to the vicinal dihalide. So here, this is a vicinal dihalide. Cl. So how it is named? That means of course IUPAC name is as well 1,2 dichloroethane. This is 1,1 dichloroethane. This one is 1,2 dichloroethane. That is the IUPAC name. Then here, coming to the IUPAC name of this compound, this is named as ethylene dichloride. This is named as ethylene glycol. So here in this case here, this is named as the ethylene, but there it is named as the ethylene. So generally here, why it is named as ethylene dichloride? Because here this compound is formed from ethene. So you know this addition reaction, you studied in first year, alkenes chapter. When addition of the Cl2 to the ethylene or ethene, that's the ethylene compound. That means that this compound is yielded. That means this compound is produced from the ethylene. That's why it is named as the ethylene chloride. Or suppose CH3CH, CH2Cl and C. Again it is a vicinal dihalide. Not good. This compound is formed from propylene. This compound is formed from propylene. So here, this compound is named as a propylene. Propylene dichloride. Propylene dichloride. Here you have to notice carefully. Vicinal dihalides are named commonly from the parent compound. So actually here, by the addition of Cl2 to the propene, this compound is produced. So that is named as the propylene dichloride. This compound is formed by addition of the ethylene to the chlorine, so ethylene dichloride. So it is the origin of the common name for vicinal dihalides. And here in this case ethylene dichloride. For suppose CH3CH2 CHCl3, it is a gel dihalide. But here number of carbons 3, so propylene dichloride. Actually N-propylene dichloride. So that is the common name for gel dihalides and vicinal dihalides. So write the IUPAC name, write the general name for this compound. Yourself, ClC. Write the names of these two compounds. I mean general names. Okay, it is a gel dihalide, it is a vicinal dihalides. So take the notes. And now here another point is this ethylene dichloride and this ethylene dichloride are the positional isomers. Okay, in this case here position of chlorine 1 and 2. In this case position of chlorine 1 1. So here these two are the positional isomers. That means that ethylene dichloride and ethylene dichloride are the positional isomers. So that is about the classification and nomenclature of alkyl halides. So now, actually, so we have to discuss about the preparation of alkyl halides and the physical properties and chemical properties. But here, for our convenience, I will start the chemical properties. That means the chemical reactions of alkyl halides. So generally here, chemical reactions of alkyl halides mainly are two types. One is the substitution reaction and other one is the elimination reactions. So this alkyl halides, that means the chemical reactions. Chemical reactions of alkyl halides. The chemical reactions of alkyl halides are mainly substitution reactions and elimination substitution reactions and elimination reactions. So generally, we studied the elimination reactions in a first year organic chemistry in chapter alkenes. So preparation of alkenes by the elimination of alkyl halides. We are using alkyl KOH, sodium amide, like those. So now here, substitution reactions. The main important type of reactions of alkyl halides in the chapter is substitution reactions. Now here, what is a substitution reaction? Of course, in first year we know that free radical substitution reaction and the alkoxyl substitution reaction. In free radical substitution reactions means in the chemical properties of alkane, alkanes are involved in free radical substitution reactions. That means here hydrogen of the alkane is replaced by the halogen. That is a alkyl, that is a free radical substitution reactions. Replacement of hydrogen radical by the halogen radical, that is a free radical substitution reactions. And alkoxyl substitution reactions in benzene. So generally benzene is involved in alkoxyl substitution reactions. That the hydrogen H plus alcohol is replaced by some other alcohol like Cl plus alcohol, NO2 plus alcohol, SO3 alcohol, or in case of repeat of alkylation acylation, that the hydrogen H plus alcohol is replaced by some other alcohol. All those are known as alkoxyl substitution reactions. Now in this case, we will discuss about the nucleophile substitution reactions. Nucleophile substitution reactions means here the replacement of one nucleophile with the other nucleophile. So here in this one, or suppose this alkyl chloride, I am treating with NaOH, the Cl is replaced by the OH, and here Cl minus and Na plus. In this case, so based on the electronegativity, this one carries a partial negative, this one carries a partial positive. Because the chlorine is more electronegative element, so this one attract the bonding elements towards itself. As a result here, it gains a negative charge. Now in this case here, this one loses electrons, so that's why this alkyl group carries a positive charge. Now in this case, Na plus and Cl minus, OH minus. So this OH minus replaces the Cl minus. So generally for the nucleophiles, the electron-rich species are nucleophiles. So in this case, Cl minus nucleophile is replaced by the OH minus nucleophile. So that